damn, is it cold?
Keep working real hard. Keep pushing that card. Shit, work. No future, no hope. Nothing yet, never real. Shit, work. Podcast. Shit, work. Podcast.
Hey, welcome back to Shift Work Podcast, everybody. My name is Mason.
My name's Garrett.
And I'm Trey.
We are on episode 11.
Holy shit.
I don't know why. I feel like it should be a holy shit moment, but for some reason it doesn't. Seems like we should be a bit further, but we're getting there slowly and surely. This is like the fifth week in a row. I think we're doing good.
Probably more than that.
Either way, happy to be back. Even though Garrett and I have been here the entire time. Trey Naldo was in Mexico.
Arriba.
Why were you in Mexico, Trey?
Yeah, so I was in Puerto Vallarta. I can't roll my R's.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh, they know. A lot, 100 people have seen the video.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I was in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. It's over on the west side in the Jalisco state, which is where tequila's made, fun fact.
Taquera?
And I was there to celebrate my good friend and old fraternity brother, Gabe, from college. It was his wedding to his now husband, Joe.
Shout out, Gabe.
It was supposed to happen last year, but due to pinche COVID, it got pushed a whole year. So we've been waiting anxiously. Finally got to do the damn thing.
Nice.
I went to a COVID wedding last year. Maybe not the best idea, considering it was pretty much at the height of the, shit going down. But it was fun. I mean, nothing bad happened, so no one got COVID from it. It was out at Lake Tahoe.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was
really
really
nice.
nice.
Went to Cali, right?
Yeah, went to Cali for a week. It was great. I just took a solo trip. Flew to the wedding.
Hey, real quick.
What's up?
I think, just test it. I think your mic might be flipped. You just sound hollow. Try it now.
Heyo.
Oh yeah, a million times better.
So much better.
Okay, just start over at your trip if you can.
Yeah. I went on a little solo trip to California. Flew into Nevada. Drove to Lake Tahoe. Damn, I almost wasn't able to get a rental car because I lost my wallet. But so I had to. I had a paper ID, like a temporary paper ID, and apparently that wasn't good enough. In Nevada, they were like, "Oh no, the DMV needs to, send you your license." And I'm like, "Bitch, the DPS handles license in Texas. There's nothing I can do about that." And I went to maybe 6 rental car agencies. None of them would have wanted to work with me.
Like he's a washed up porn star.
Yeah.
Like he's got a suspended license or some shit, and he's trying to use a fake.
My dick's still slightly above average, bro. I promised. Please, can I have the car?
I'm so tired of hearing that.
Finally found a car rental place. They gave me a fucking minivan, but it was cool. Minivan was my first car when I was 16. I love that thing.
Honestly, I would rather drive around California in a minivan than a sedan. I just like bigger vehicles.
Funny enough, it had Texas plates on it.
Full circle.
But yeah,
Migas, enchiladas.
that's me.
Which plate?
Chilaquiles.
Ooh.
Which is what I ate for Mexico for breakfast and like every morning.
Nah, bro. If it was me driving that car, it'd be Migas. That's my namesake on Instagram, anyways. Yeah, drove from the top of California all the way down to LA. Saw some friends that live in LA. It was great. It was good. It was good for the soul. I needed it.
As they call LA in California. Yeah.
They do.
La.
No.
Trey can't take a joke about language because he's spent too much time in Mexico the past week. He's immersed in the culture.
We could talk about my Spanish speaking sometime, but no, Mexico was a blast. We were there with like 20 other really good friends. For a destination wedding, there were like total of 67 people there, I think.
That's amazing.
Insane.
Wow.
And so we stayed at like a little all-inclusive spot on the beach, which was perfect, pool and beach all day, every day. One day I went and haggled a big fucking like nice boat for all of us to take out to this beautiful rock area.
Damn.
And go like snorkeling on this little coral reef. And then from there they drove us to like a private beach. So that in the last episode when I'm like shaking my tail, that was like a really nice boat, and we just had a nice little excursion that day.
It makes that video 1,000 times better because you haggled the boat for everybody.
Oh yeah. So the dude's name, maybe he has a different name, but the dude told me to call him Juan. And so this guy is like, I mean, when you go down to the port marina, I had asked at the hotel first before I left. Usually most places in other countries have like a pretty good concierge service. In my experience, like they already have like a partnership with people they work with so they can give their guests a better deal. This place did not. And I was like, do you have anyone you could recommend for like a big boat or something? They're like, nah, just go down there. I'm like, okay. He's like, they'll find you. Don't worry. I was like, okay, great. So because that's what I didn't want to deal with. Fucking all the random like, hey, come, get my shit. So we went down to the port marina, which is really pretty. Ended up finding a dude who had like one of the nicer, bigger boats. It wasn't touristy at all, like everyone else out at this little...
Not till you got there.
Yeah. No, not even, dude. Everyone else at this coral reef was like on these big, touristy, fucking nasty-looking boats. Didn't have music, didn't have booze, and just had life jackets to go and snorkel. We fucking pull up.
Lame.
We fucking pull up on this little yacht. And the music's like bumping, and we're all fucking drunk as hell dancing on this thing. It came with 3 homies who are like making drinks for you whenever you want it.
Is it just like all inclusive?
Yeah. Well, so we haggled for the more booze and shit too.
Oh, nice.
Like, yeah, the guy was like, "Hey, it's like $1 to 20 peso is pretty much like the street conversion there."
Wow.
And it was like 2,400 pesos. Not 24,000 pesos. So it was a good amount of cash, but split between like 13, 15 people or whatever we had, it was like $80 a person.
Okay. Yeah,
for
that's
5 hours
deal.
Out there, I didn't think it was bad, and it wasn't bad at all compared to what everyone else is paying and doing.
I mean, you would have spent, almost that at a bar and tipping. You might as well do it on a boat.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and so these guys, whenever we got done at the coral place, and it was pretty, like, you could go into kind of like some little caves and shit, and like the fish were there, and you could see them, water was clear enough. When we got done with that, they were like, hey, where do you want to go? You want to go to a private beach? And we're like, fuck yeah, let's go there. And this was, sure enough, private beach. There's no road to get to it. Like, you have to go by boat or like walking trail. Very pretty. We literally, like, he backed the boat up because the water on the beach there is like a real fast drop off.
Mm.
So he backed it up like fucking 20 yards from the beach. We just jumped off the boat and swam to the beach. And then the guy got off with us and like walked us to this pretty little scenic spot to go check out. So we were chilling there, and then they had some paddle boards on the boat too. So we were like drunkenly trying to attempt to paddleboard around. But yeah, great time. Then they drove us back. And I mean, the rest of the trip, we went downtown once on that night, in which, for those who don't know, Puerto Vallarta, it's pretty much like a gay capital in the world.
Fuck yeah.
And this is like the beginning of Pride Month too. So all the clubs we went to
lit as fuck.
had like
gay.
Drag queens dancing.
That sounds
and
awesome.
then like the most jacked, shredded men I've ever seen in like little dick speedos stripping. Like fucking full acrobats just dancing around. Which, I mean, we were having a good time. It was pretty fun. The rest of the time was just pool, fucking beach. Oh, we rented jet skis once too. That was fun as hell.
Never
Hell
been
yeah.
on a jet ski.
Dude,
Oh.
me neither. That was my first time.
You know-
Isabel's like, you've never been on a jet ski? Oh my god, you gotta get the jet ski.
You know what the weirdest part of riding jet skis is that I never thought of? If you're just going really fast and hitting like small waves, like you get a headache because it's like your brain rattling around in your skull, like from the force every single time. I was not prepared for that.
We got it for like a full. Again, you can haggle this shit. He was like, hey, $60 for 30 minutes.
Ugh.
They're like nice fucking jet skis made for 2 people, and we were about to like go romp out, and you could take them like fucking out there.
Yeah.
And there's ship channels and shit too, and whatever. So he's like, hey, $60 for 30 minutes. And we're like, we'll give you $100 for an hour. And he's like, all right, yeah, we could do that. And we're like, yeah, I bet you can. And then so
It's like
same
$1 an
thing.
hour.
They just this is $1 a minute.
The Napoleon Dynamite, he's like, can't find my checkbook. Hope you don't mind I pay you in change. And he counts the change and he's like, $6. It's like $1 an hour.
At the chicken farm. And he got lunch, and it was just like hard-boiled eggs and like raw eggs.
And
in a
raw
glass.
eggs,
Oh,
yeah.
God. Speaking of, real quick, as a tangent, Napoleon Dynamite is on, I think it's on Hulu now,
Oh, nice.
which I want to go back and watch. But anyways, so the fucking jet skis, you could like take those sons of bitches out there really far. It was almost kind of uncomfortable. But the water was flat enough. We had a great time. I got up to like 35 miles an hour on a fucking jet ski, which was terrifying.
If you fall off that, you like you
Fucked.
fuck yourself up.
Yeah, I was terrified. And a couple times, like, sport fishing boats would come through, or like this big-ass sailboat came through, and they would make a wake if they were going fast enough.
Mhm.
And then so you'd go get behind them and try and fucking romp the wake. And one time I hit the gas wrong, and like,
You got whiskey throttle.
yeah, I almost fucking like crashed the jet ski. It went like through the wave kind of, and all the water hit me in the face, and I was wearing contacts.
Oh no.
And I was just like, oh, shit. So, no, we saw a giant sea turtle out there on the jet ski, though. That was cool.
That's cool.
It was like massive, like fucking, something you'd see at the aquarium or some shit.
Those things still exist.
This dude had to have been like 100 years old.
Damn.
That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Turtles are like one of the coolest things you could see out there, I think, like of that size. But what else do we do? Man, we walked like downtown on the boardwalk, which was all right. It, as far as like other places I've been, it was okay. And then had some bomb seafood.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet. I didn't even think
about
about that.
Other than that, though, I mean, everything was. Oh, and I guess the wedding itself was absolutely beautiful. Like, it was on the
That's
sand
cool.
on the beach at sunset.
What was the weather like down there?
The first day, it was overcast and actually kind of sprinkled a little bit when we were on the boat, but it wasn't bad. And like Isabel said, thankfully that was the case, so we didn't get super burnt on the first day for the before the rest of the week being out in the sun. But after that, dude, it was clear and sunny, like fucking 90 something. It got kind of hot.
At one point, I don't know, maybe when we hit a milestone like episode 50 or 100 or something, we should do a shift work trip, even if it's just like a weekend.
Nah, dude, we'll do a road trip and then document that shit.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic, dude. I'd like to go to camping, do like Big Bend or something, which we've
I have
talked
all that
about.
stuff.
I would like, if we could get cheap flights, it'd be fun to go to like Costa Rica or like a Florida beach or something.
My buddy Juan, who I got the boat from, the next morning when we met him, like at the lighthouse to go out there, he's like, "Hey, come here, I got something for you." It's like, what the fuck? All right, Juan. Did y'all put the picture of Juan up there
I don't think so.
that I took with him? I took that drunk selfie with him. Also, because I gave him a down payment and I wanted to remember his face.
We'll clip it right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But dude, Juan hands me like this fat fucking nug of weed before we went out on the
Was it
boat.
decent weed or was it like Mexico weed?
I never got around to smoking it. I don't know.
Well, no, you can tell by looking at it. Trey, how
The
you
other
not
people
gonna
said it
smoke-
looked good, but none of them were stoners either. So we
You don't have
we
to be
know.
dude. You would know if it looked bad because
It
you'd
didn't
be
look
like,
bad.
you'd be like, is this weed? If it was
okay,
bad,
it didn't look bad. It looked like
Yeah.
the whole like fucking bushel dried up into a fat nug, pretty much.
Oh, it's
And-
that's good. You
and
got
he's
a
like,
nug.
Go into
That's a
the.
good sign.
He's like, go into the store. You can like get some papers and a lighter.
Dude.
So we even got that, and we just never got around to doing it because we got too drunk.
Dude, that's the best time.
Not on a boat, dude.
Oh, okay.
I've been
actually,
fucked up on a boat before, and
I don't know.
it can get bad real quick.
Garrett and I would have smoked that.
I'm sure you would have.
Well, I'm glad you had fun in Mexico. I've only been once on a cruise for literally like 6 hours because it's just how it was. So I wouldn't even really, say that I've been to Mexico. And I will say, cruises kind of suck. If you're a kid, they're sick because I don't even remember. I had to have been like 10 years old, maybe 11, and so my parents were like, "Hey, go roam the boat, whatever," because I can't fucking disappear.
What, just run around the boat?
Yeah, we'll just go do whatever, you know.
Okay.
And like, you already paid for everything, so like I could go eat. There was like a pizza place that gave out free slices. There was an ice cream, like soft serve place that gave out, just walk up, get a cone, that was cool. Go play ping pong with my cousin. I have my one like big fear is like middle of nowhere water, where you can't see the coast. And this is probably just me trying to psychoanalyze it, but I swear that it comes from that cruise because my dad that fucking blows is a pretty good example of him. He like picked me up behind my legs when I was like looking over the balcony and made it seem like I was gonna fall, and he was just fucking with me, and like my whole family was laughing, but it was like the most fear that has ever been injected into my brain because I was like looking over the edge.
Michael Jackson to you with that baby.
Not that bad, but dude, I will say though, it had to have been funny because that Michael Jackson clip is so funny because he's so creepy looking and he just runs up and swipes the baby over
That's your dad holding you over the lunge.
Explains a lot.
So I think you're wrong. I fucking think cruises are dope, and it's better than when you're a kid because there's alcohol involved. There's like fucking casinos and shows and shit. Stand-up comedians.
It just seems like there's a cruise type of person that I don't want anything to do with.
I agree. I agree with that.
That's like a family. I don't know. I went on a cruise once in high school, like kind of on that level.
I remember that.
I was old enough to like get into the casino and like have some drinks, and I met some college kids like who had just graduated high school and they were going to A&M, and they were cool, and like I hung out with them and they were fucking having a blast, man. I want to go back on a cruise, but I don't know many people that want to do cruises because they're either for it or against it. But I think it would be dope if you're there with like a bunch of friends your age.
If we had a good group of people, I'd be down to go. Fuck it, shift for a cruise.
We'll go on one of those metal cruises.
Oh, actually, that's what I was gonna say. I would love to do the 70,000 tons of metal.
Oh yeah.
It's way more. I don't know about way more, but I know it's more expensive than your average cruise. But they do shows from. They do shows from 9 in the morning to, I believe, 3 or 4 a.m. And each band plays like 3 or 4 times. So like you have an opportunity to see everybody, and you get like an X amount of free, like 8 free drinks a day or whatever. Just kind of get you started.
So enough to get you through breakfast.
No shit. And I think the coolest part would be like, there's not really a backstage on a cruise ship. I mean, I guess there is, but there's no, like, you're going to be, like, toe-to-toe with the artist that you like. Like, there's photos of people drinking beer with, like, George Corpse Grinder Fisher from Cannibal Corpse and him, like, just partying in the casino with fans and shit.
Quick game of Price is Right. Na, 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 na. What do you think single tickets are? What do you think they go for?
$2,400.
12.
1,200?
Yeah. No, just 12.
The cheapest tickets for passenger cabin deck 2 are always available for $766 per person.
Holy shit. I thought it was really expensive.
The most expensive 2-passenger grand suite with large balcony, deck 10, $3,000.
Oh man,
also,
that'd be lit. Let's do it.
Yeah, about $3,000.
How many days is the cruise?
3 or 4, right?
That's too short. It better be 5.
Hold on. It's
What kind of ship is it? Like,
It's the big kind.
The kind that gets COVID or hits a coral reef.
that boat either has some babes or no attractive women at all.
No, there's probably a few babes, but I'm sure the women
like-
to men ratio is about
Boyfriends of the
10,
band.
1 to 10.
It's a 5-day festival.
Good. Okay.
One shore day at a select Caribbean island. Real quick, do y'all say Caribbean or Caribbean?
Caribbean.
I think I probably flip between the two because I can't even remember.
Yeah, me too.
Wishy-washy.
Yeah. Damn, there was a word today I heard somebody say, listen to a podcast while I was at work. I remember. I've always said comparable, but
That's
people
comparable.
say comparable.
Comparable.
I've always said comparable, and I was like, damn, have I had that wrong this whole time?
There are a couple words that you say that, like, that's not
Okay.
right, but I'm not
For
going to correct
an-
you.
How do you say, like, movie T word?
Wait, what?
Theaar.
Theater.
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 Say it.
Movie theater.
Movie theater.
Theater.
I'm both, bro. I'm like right in the middle between those two.
I think when I've had a few,
Theatre.
I say it like dragged out, like the theater.
Yeah.
And Isabel makes fun of me.
I will say the worst word I've ever had wrong. I learned this when I was probably 20. I thought epitome was epitome,
Oh.
and I thought that they were two different words, and they had different meanings in my head.
What's that medicine? Epicaph?
Epicac.
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 It makes you puke. Oh, what if we eat Epicac on air?
No, we need to eat those
Good idea.
sugar-free gummy bears.
We only
That
have
make
one
you
toilet,
shit
bro.
your pants immediately.
Is there gluten in them?
We'll have to rent their toilet. No gluten, and they're sugar-free,
Oh,
so you can't get out of it.
that would be fun. And we'll
Okay.
put
I'll
like a
bring a
GoPro
couple-
in the bathroom, and you got to turn it on when you go in.
I'll get a couple 5-gallon buckets with like a toilet
Oh,
seat,
with the seat?
on top of it, like you camp with.
Bro, I used to have a GoPro, but you know what happened to it? I left it at the noise gig that we did at that house.
Oh,
And I realized it.
that
And
would
I
have
was,
been great for this.
I was like, I'm too embarrassed to go back to that house and ask the guy for the camera. He can just fucking have it.
I have a
Damn.
GoPro.
I had one, but I sold it to Bryce to pay my rent during very hard times.
I have a GoPro. I fell off my helmet when I was rock climbing once and survived. But there's a little chip on the corner. It's like a Hero 5. The little cube.
Damn, that's pretty up there. I think they're on like 8 now, so 5's got to be good. I had a 3,
Oh.
and I had a bunch of clips of me, Chris, and Lewis. I'll have Garrett splice them in, of us trying to traverse and swim the entire man-made pond
Oh my
in Lago
God.
Vista behind my parents' house. It was quote unquote a man-made lake. That shit isn't a lake. It was a
Nasty
disgusting pond. Yeah, fucking awful. And fun fact, more Corpus news. Maybe I should put like a news alert thing.
Oh, I'll do it.
Yeah, because we keep doing Corpus news every week.
I've got
R.I.P.
a good one.
R.I.P. to, what's his name? The guy from Channel 5.
Joe
Was it
Gazen?
Channel
Joe
3? Yeah,
Gazen. Joe Blazin.
Joe
dude.
Blazin.
Joe Blazin, dude.
Blazin'
Rest in
Gazen.
peace. Pour one out to a real
R.I.P.
homie.
Yeah, sacrificing,
This one's
having
for
dinner
you,
with his
Joe.
family.
Damn.
Oh, I have a topo. Oh, but what I was gonna say.
I love Joe.
My mom just, you know how parents text, they'll give you like no details when you want them, and my mom just texts me, they're combing the lake for a body. And I was like, and I was at work and I read it and I couldn't text back, and I was like, what the fuck? So I'm thinking, and I'm like, did they murder somebody and they got dumped in the lake? Like, that was my inclination. And it turns out it was a bunch of like teenage kids swimming, and one of them was just a bad swimmer, and his friends didn't see him, and he drowned
When was
in
that?
the middle.
Yikes.
I was living in Austin, so it was sometime in the last 4 years, and they had a vigil for him on that little public dock
No.
where you could back your boat in, and there was too many people on it, and it capsized
Oh.
during the vigil. Very sad.
This is Lago Vista.
Yeah. And the HOA
That's funny.
was super upset because, like, apparently the kids that were swimming didn't live there. And I was like, can you put your stupid HOA rules aside for somebody that died in the fucking pond? But speaking of Corpus news, some interesting things happened in the past 48 hours.
Oh yeah.
Trey looks puzzled.
Oh,
You wanted to talk about this.
Dude. Oh, I wonder if we could find like a clip of some Christian music to play right here.
Oh my god.
We'll have to clip the fucking picture.
I can't stand religious music so much that I'm just. You know what? I'll put in some like Catholic hymns. I can vibe with that.
Well, they're not a Catholic church though.
I know, but I am not putting Church Unlimited music on this fucking podcast.
Well, now you just gave it away. I think everyone in Corpus knows by now.
Oh, definitely.
So this is for our Austin peeps.
We still have to address it.
Church Unlimited is one of those giant fucking televangelist style like concert, just Christian places. And
Give me all your money.
you know, I've never been there to a service,
I
so I
have.
won't say. But I don't even know if they like read the Bible or anything. It's just one of those like non-denominational Christian like. See all my friends there on Sunday morning, and it's massive.
I will jump in just because my parents made me go to that church for a very long time when it was Bay Area Fellowship.
Oh yeah.
And I will say, they do talk about actual scripture. So
Okay.
they do read the Bible to a degree. They're not like open your Bibles, whatever. And then they have like little pamphlets when you walk in that have like this message for the day, whatever. You know, like pretty average church shit. And they do music in the beginning. They usually do like 3-4 songs, and it's very performative. And, you know, I've never really been religious at all. I'm not against it. It's just not for me. But when people do the eyes closed, hands up, like performative thing, it makes me just feel awful. And it seems so insincere, and it really rubs me the wrong way. And ultimately shit like that is what pushed me away from all of that entirely. But and they do like a, you know, at like every church, like a collection, whatever, near the end of the service. It's usually, you know, 30-40 minute service, and they're always like, last week, like, I know we're reaching people because we had drugs put in the offering from people giving them up, and and there were needles in there. And
What
it's just
the
so great
fuck?
that I
can't
heard
be
this
real.
many different times.
That can't be real.
And and I'll just interject while I remember this. When I was like 10, we went to it when they were like kind of near the bluff. I remember it was the first time we went when it was like a much smaller building.
Is it that one
And-
by Fun Trackers?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And there was like a guy in a wheelchair in the back, like screaming, and it almost, my parents were like, he's speaking in tongues, and they were like, oh my god, let's all pray. Like, they said that he was like probably possessed, and the dude was making like crazy noises, and it haunted me for years. And then when I became an adult, I played the memory again in my head of me turning around and seeing the guy, and I realized that he was just like handicapped, and that like there's a pretty good chance that he was just having some kind of outburst or had a stroke or something to that degree. And my parents like will still bring that up, and I'm like, am I remembering it incorrectly? Was this dude really like, was he like, you know, was it some like just him speaking and he was disabled, or like having some kind of episode, or was he full blown like, you know, doing the screaming in tongues shit?
Jesus.
And
God.
I really don't know. I want to say that he was just disabled, but I was too young. I had to
Or
be 8 or 9
It's
years
the fucking
old.
bluff. He was fucking tweaking.
Yeah, there's a number of factors that all point that man was.
It's
was
the funniest
possessed.
fucking story you've ever told.
Or when you see the news and they're like, Jesus Christ's face on this flour tortilla. Or this tree bark. It's Jesus's face.
Yo, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's say what actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worship leader, the guy who sings all the songs, he was caught very publicly fucking.
Like more public than if you look up public fucking on like Pornhub. Like it was
Yeah.
more public than that. Like even they keep it a little bit low key.
There was no like looking over your shoulder. None of that.
And
drop
This dude was
trowel.
just-
Drop trowel. And my favorite part is that they don't even fuck for like 45 seconds. He just stands there like looking at his dick.
Mhm.
And they start going at it. And I mean, we can't really splice that video
I'm
in
gonna
here.
do it. I'm gonna do it.
You could add some blur to it probably.
I'll add a little blur to it.
You might
Yeah.
have to mute it.
This is at a bar, and the social is what the filter said. Have you been to the social? Where is that?
I'm pretty sure it's that one that's kind of next to what Izzy's was that I think is Brick now. You know how there's another bar?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was there.
R.I.P. Izzy's.
However, I was a little bit upset because my homies in the group chat, shout out, I know a couple of y'all are listening, they were like planning to go there that night but didn't. And they could have been there when it happened.
Right
which-
by Hooters on SPID.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
And yeah, I don't know. Like there was a stairwell right next to them that they could have hid behind.
Dude, go to the bathroom.
Yeah, go to the bathroom. I'm sure you drove there.
It's so funny.
How about you,
He had to have been so fucked up.
dude? I wouldn't even do that blacked out.
No.
Yeah, you would.
Absolutely not. I'll do some
If you
other
were-
dumb shit,
if
but
you
I
were
would not do
mega
that.
fucked up, you would do that. You wouldn't know what you're doing.
I truly don't think so. And Garrett's seen me at my most drunk, and I've done a lot of dumb shit, but I don't think I would fuck in public like that.
Yeah, I've never seen you horny when you're blackout.
Nah, that's true.
Horny.
I
Bonk.
I party for the vibes, not
No
to
horny.
you know, get laid. Essentially,
Respect.
yeah,
Bro, you need to switch your partying up.
dude. I haven't partied in like fucking 2 months.
Yeah. It's been a little bit.
I miss it, but I gotta.
I
I gotta.
partied hard, and it hurt me.
I'm jealous. I gotta look after my mental health for a minute, and then here's my goal. So I've been doing this diet thing, haven't really been drinking. I've had like 2-3 drinks a couple times past 2 months, and I'm gonna get to show season around August. Maybe do a couple shows sober. We'll see how I feel.
No, you won't.
And then by November, December, when the heat really comes, and it's cold outside, I got the leathers on. I'm gonna hit it fucking hard.
Sounds like a good plan.
Watch, I get drunk in like 4 days.
The animal skins.
When is that Black Dahlia show?
November.
Oh, okay.
Here? They're
Yep.
coming here?
Yep, come and take it. I don't know.
Ooh.
I saw a bunch of bands that were on the bill, but they have that rotating opener thing, and I think Undeath is opening. Fantastic band.
Okay.
I'm hoping. Well, honestly, I don't know. I hope Undeath is on.
Yeah.
The Austin date.
All I saw was After the Burial. They're
yeah.
right under them. I
Oh.
don't give a shit about them.
No, me neither. I've also seen them 3 times.
Acacia Strain's coming.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. San Antonio, but they're doing 2 nights in a row, and they're playing the new record the first night and Wormwood the second night. I would rather go to Wormwood.
I don't know if I could take all these the fucking two-steppers, man. I haven't been in metal in a long time. You go to a show like the Acacia Strain, it's just going to be a bunch
Are
of
there two-steppers?
fucks just
Yeah, they're
like
a hardcore band.
swinging fists.
It's-
doing that dumb fucking frolicking
I hate
dancing. I
that
can't
shit.
take it. I'm so glad to have been to like some shows where it's legit fucking like OG metal.
Yeah, push
and it's
pits.
just like circle pits. And that's it.
Remember
There's
when
no
you
fucking fists.
pissed off those hardcore kids? When we
Yeah,
went to that show?
we went and saw. What was it? They're called Insurgents.
But
Yeah,
with a V.
and dude,
Insurgents.
it was during it was during Free Week, which Red River District downtown, bunch of great venues. All their shows are free for a week, as long as you get there in time. There's
They're
always
all
like
local
free,
bands.
yeah, all local bands, always like free alcohol and shit. But that was like, it was pretty much as cold as it was when it froze here, like this past year. But there was no snow or anything. I had like 7 layers on. Freezing, and we were at what was it? Sidewinder? Yeah,
R.I.P.
We were R.I.P. We were at Sidewinder outside, and just really fucking cold to where like I was chugging beers because I didn't even want to hold them, and Garrett and I were pretty drunk. We were with our friend Emily. Shout out Emily. And dude, it was just, you know, cookie cutter, whatever. Like, and don't get me wrong, I like a lot of hardcore, but this was the real bro-y, leaning deathcore, you know, dudes, just shitty dudes. Oh, we're all sober and better than you kind of thing. And there were people like crowd killing and shit where you just run up and are like punching motherfuckers in the face. And I've been completely knocked out by a crowd killer at South by many years ago. So I really don't like this shit. And I had a little bit of an ego on me that night, and I had some drinks in me. And there was this girl that was like 6'3" and just fucking being an asshole. And she kept coming around and like running into me, and the group of people she was with, these big like X's on her hands. And so I still don't know whether I should have done this or not, but she was coming around again, and she like clocked me the time before. So I like hip checked her, and she fell, and I pissed off a bunch of people.
Good.
And Emily's ex-boyfriend, well, the boyfriend at the time, I guess, had invited us to the show, and it was like his friends, and they were like, "Oh man, you know that fucking asshole." And
Fuck off,
dude. Let me see if I can find my Instagram story from that night, because I filmed them dancing, and I put like fighting invisible ninjas, and you can hear Emily laughing over the band, and
I
it's
remember
so
that.
fucking funny.
Dude, fuck off.
Damn.
I won't speak for Mason or Garrett. Their knowledge and depth into what is metal goes way deeper than I do. But fucking two-steppers and that stupid fucking new hardcore dance shit they do. I hate them so much. It's ruined fucking shows for me.
It's not new though. It's like 40 years old.
Yeah,
well,
but it wasn't common though.
Well, it shouldn't. I don't think that kind of shit should have transferred over into things like deathcore with Acacia's Train and whatnot. I think it should be completely reserved for hardcore bands. You know, if I go to a Have Heart reunion show and there's people doing that, I'm not upset at anybody, because that's the culture, that's their world. But Trey is right that it moved over into things that didn't make sense.
Like when we saw Whitechapel years ago, I knew what I was getting by going there. And therefore, I fucking stood in the back away from all that dumb shit. But when you go and see, like, who did we fucking see at House of Rock?
Morbid Angel?
Yeah, Morbid Angel. And
Damn,
kids were
you
trying
were
to
at
do
that
that
show?
shit there. To Morbid Angel.
Yeah, and there were like
what? Don't disrespect Morbid Angel like that.
There were like 40-year-old old heads,
God.
like big fat dudes fucking kids up.
I
You'd
hate
love
that
to see it.
because the same people who do that shit, like that girl, she's fucking running around throwing fists, but doesn't want to get fucking checked back.
Oh,
and
there
then
was
the other people are gonna freak out about that too. Like, fuck out of here, get out of
there was
there.
also the guy at the Betrayal of Guilt show.
Oh yeah, I should
Remember
tell
that
that
guy.
story. So this was that January 2020?
I don't remember.
It was. I think
It was a while ago.
either way, it does not matter. But it was at Mohawk Inside, which if you've been to Mohawk Inside, it's very small. And Portrayal of Guilt, great local band, but definitely not just local. Fucking huge now. Great band.
To the moon.
To the moon. We're playing, and Regional Justice Center. Shout out, the hardest shit in the game. I listened to him on my way home. That was who headlined that night.
Didn't?
It was Portrayal and RJC.
Oh, okay.
And,
I was thinking of the drug church show that you didn't go to.
Oh yeah. So there was this kid, and he had to be between 17 and 20, weighed probably 85 pounds, skinny kid, wearing all black. I was fucking same way at the time. And he was like, man, as soon as they come out, he was talking to his friend, he's like, I'm gonna walk on people's heads, I'm gonna fuck people up, blah blah blah. And just because it was like RJC's like a newer power violence band, but definitely respected by like old heads and fans of Portrayal of Guilt. It's like an older crowd. Like Garrett and I are probably the median age. You got anyone from 18 to like 40 at this show, and it's leaning older. I think it was probably a 21 and up, and we had been drinking. Usually I just wouldn't even say anything, but I was like, I'm gonna fucking talk to this kid. And I was like, dude, I'll tell you right now, I was like, I'm not trying to be like the old man, but I've been going to shows for a long time, and I used to be like you, and I've gotten put in my place a few times, and you're gonna ruin this shit for everybody. So just have a good time, do what you're gonna do, but just don't deliberately fuck with anybody, because it's not gonna fare well for you in this room. And he was like, oh, I don't even remember what he said. And as soon as they started, this kid like elbows me in the face, and I grabbed him by the back of his jacket, by his neck, and I pinned him to the monitor, and I held him down for at least a few songs. And he was like yelling at me and like kicking and shit, and I was holding him down, and Garrett was kind of looking at me like, what? Like, what exactly is going on? And I was like, hold on. So then I was like yelling at the kid. I was like, you don't do that shit, blah, blah, blah. And I let him up, and then I told Garrett what happened, and then he like essentially did like the same thing to Garrett, and then Garrett's fucking with this kid holding him down.
I caught one in the jaw from him.
Yeah, and
God, that's what I'm saying, man. Push me around, whatever the fuck, but this explicit fucking elbow and fist
and
shit.
he wasn't doing any like two-step and shit. The kid was just talking about how he was deliberately gonna like punch people, like go crowd kill, and that shit is fucking lame. And you know, there's times where I definitely deserve to get my ass whooped at shows, and I got pretty lucky a lot of the time. Like, there's a few times I was an asshole, and, you know, somebody got me back, and it was fine. Like, I used to just, when there were circle pits, I used to just run straight across them and throw all my weight into people. And like knock beers out of people's hands and shit. And as an adult, I was like 17. Me and Chris would act a fool. Chris almost got, shout out Chris if you're listening,
Coffee Waves.
Chris got the Coffee Waves Instagram handle when they changed theirs to Coffee Waves Alameda. He snagged it immediately.
Genius.
It's genius. We saw the Chariot once, and Chris flipped off the stage so many times in the first two songs. They like threatened to kick him out, and they were like,
saw
no
the
more.
Chariot.
He's like, all right.
That was my first metal show, I think.
No
I
shit.
remember it was Chariot Every Time I Die, Let Live.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
It was, dude. We have a piece of the guitar from
Oh yeah,
the
it's
guitar
right up there, right?
singers.
It's up there.
like signed by
It's
him.
up there, yeah.
The dude
Humble.
climbed up like the side of House of Rock onto the rafter, jumped off into the fucking ground. Yeah, this is Mason's. I think I had a bigger piece.
Yeah,
And did I give it to you?
I don't think so.
I don't know where it is. But dude, look at that. December 2nd, 2012.
10 days before the world ended.
Damn.
That's crazy.
R.I.P. the world.
But yeah, dude, that dude was a pretty good guitar player, I thought. And
Stevis, yeah, the band he's in now is huge.
into the song, he fucking jumps into the middle of the crowd and just like smashes his fucking
Well,
guitar.
he
I fought some kid for my piece.
he threw the guitar straight up in the air and it broke, and then he just started smashing it. And Trey and I went to the merch booth to see if we could get it signed, and the merch guy was like, what is that from? And I'm like, oh, Stevis like broke his guitar. And he goes, again? And he was like, that's the fourth night in a row. He's like, he's losing money on this tour having to. And it was a cheap guitar that he broke, so I know he's just going to Guitar Center and getting whatever's used for $250 and
What
just
was it, like
smashing
an
it.
Epiphone Explorer?
Yeah, which would probably be worth quite a bit more now. But, oh man,
Speaking
good
of
fucking times.
speaking of like local metal shit, I want to shout out Mothman. Great band, one of my favorite bands. They only put out like one record, I think, but I hear they're working on a new one. Looking forward to that.
Spicy.
It was one of the first like shows I saw when I moved here, back in the day, at Sidewinder actually.
I
R.I.P.
forget the amount of like pretty good fucking metal bands that I've gotten to go to.
Yeah.
Ooh, dude, just wait till shit opens back up. Garrett and I have crossed almost everything off our list from
Did I see Suffocation?
no.
That's one I wish I
It's
could have
not.
seen.
Ain't gonna
It's,
happen now.
it's not
I
worth.
know.
I mean, they still tour, but Frank's not in the band, so it
I
doesn't
wish
matter.
I could have seen them.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of what's coming up. Trey, you should go to Deicide with us at Come and Take It. You should go to Black Dahlia. Black Dahlia is one of the best live bands I've ever seen.
I'd like to go see Black Dahlia.
Garrett and I, you know, were like inseparable going to shows together. And the one time we decided otherwise, Garrett went and saw Drug Church, and I went and saw Black Dahlia, Power Trip, Ghoul, Skeletal Remains. And I got more drunk than usual because, you know, you go by yourself to an event and you don't have anyone to talk to, you just start smashing beers, you know? And these guys, I ended up drinking with these guys probably like 40, I don't know, a little bit older than me. It just, chatting, and they're talking about they were like in the Gulf War, they were veterans, blah blah blah, and they're like, oh, you want to go smoke a joint? I was like, yeah, for sure. And they just like hopped the fence and come and take it on Riverside, and I'm like, where are they going? And they're like, oh, we live under the bridge. And I'm like, oh, y'all are homeless? And they hit dollar PBRs that night, and so I was like, I'm gonna keep drinking with y'all tonight. And I gave them it was 2 guys, I gave them a $20 bill, and I was like, y'all be good for the night with that. And got fucked up with those dudes. Black Dahlia was fucking great. Hadn't seen him in a super long time. I think like 2009 was the time I saw him before that, so it was a good, decade.
Wow.
But yeah, it should be fun.
Funny enough, at that Drug Church show, I saw Emily's ex.
Oh yeah.
He's
Yeah,
real nice to me.
Yeah, it's a shame that he ended up like being a real shitbag to Emily, because he seemed really cool before that. I really liked hanging out with him. Well.
Oh, real quick, I got some news.
Ooh.
Let's hear it.
You boys got another job interview tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where at?
It's at a camera rental house. So be loading camera bags for people coming in to town to rent stuff and shit like that.
Where's it at?
It's up north, like North Lamar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good luck, dude.
Yeah, they called me today and like, hey, can you come in tomorrow for an interview? So fingers crossed.
How'd you hear about this one or find it?
Just the fucking Indeed.com.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple times, so
nice.
It'd be cool to actually work there.
That's how I got my job. Indeed.
My friend works for
Not a
Indeed
sponsor.
corporate here.
Yo, tell him to give me a fucking job.
Has
That's definitely
no
what's
control
up.
over that. I have some bad news.
Let's hear it.
Oh.
My fucking work from home job is abruptly coming to an end.
It's the worst.
They're pushing us to go back to the office next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
It's such bullshit, man.
Are you going to stand at your desk in the office?
No. Because, well, actually, I think some working stations are stand-up desks. You can make them swap.
Hey, dude.
But, so, one, there's nothing to be gained being in person for my job. Nothing.
I feel with most jobs of that degree.
2, it's actually going to be way more fucking stupid than just going back to the office because of the fucking dumb little COVID protocols that don't fucking, I don't even think they fucking matter at this point. So like each morning you're going to fill out like a little health questionnaire, right? And then when you get there, if your health questionnaire is good, basically you just fucking say no to all the, do you have you seen anyone who's been in contact for 14 days? Like, no. All right. And then when you get there, you're going to take a temperature check. And then if your temperature fails a second time, then you just go back home. And if you pass, then you go to work. Yeah, I'm going to sit there with a fucking heat pack.
I was going to say, Trey driving to work with a headband.
No, but that would piss me off because this is up northwest. Like, it's going to be a little commute for me. And so then if I got there and they're like, oh, your temperature's hot, you got to go home. I'd be so fucking pissed. I would just not probably go to work that day. And then now each day, you also have to go and reserve your workstation for the next day, which makes no fucking sense. What is this?
A co-op?
Yeah, I might as well just go work at WeWork or some shit. So all the workstations are going to be assigned, and you have to go and get like a fucking workstation for the next day reserved, because they're all going to be pretty much like, sanitized or some shit overnight, and they're all 6 feet apart randomly. And so all that being said, at the end of the day, then you also have to like check out of the workstation. So you like log off and you tell them like you're leaving for the day. So then that frees up the workstation again. So I don't know. All of this just like extra dumb shit versus me waking up when I want to, having breakfast, having time to go walk the dog, and then logging on to work and still getting my shit done. I'm really pissed. As of now, I'm only going back to work at the office Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. So
4-day weekend, baby.
It's all about control.
Yeah, no kidding. Catch me at not at. Yeah, God.
Trey having scotch on
I'm
this
pissed.
Friday.
I'm pissed. It's not cool.
I'm sure productivity is up by a certain degree, but yeah, companies just want to fucking micromanage everybody. It's ridiculous.
I'll give it to them, right? So our industry and company has grown considerably over the last year. My team has grown. I think we've increased, the different metrics that we measure. And so I will be curious to see, over the next quarter after returning to work, how that goes, if it drastically improves even more, or if it decreases, or if it just stays the same. So we'll see. I'm pissed about it. I don't know a single person who wants to go back to the fucking office, and
No.
rightfully so.
Why would you?
And I'll tell you right now, the large tech companies, a lot of them are just giving you the option to work from home if you want to, or not returning to the office anytime soon at least. But why the fuck just downsize all that rent you're paying or the lease for your space or whatever? A lot of them built giant campuses and haven't used them. So that's kind of wasted money, but
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. I just think it's fucking retarded, and I'm gonna bitch and complain the whole fucking time I'm there to everyone I know.
As you should.
Cause fuck them.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I understood the COVID regulations at a certain point, but if you have to go through all of that for you to be able to safely, quote unquote, work, then why shouldn't you just work from home?
Yeah, exactly. Why go through all this extra shit?
Yeah, I agree. But maybe your boss is actually like fucking Michael Scott and wants to.
The gym won't be open. The kitchenette pretty much won't be open. It's limited.
You have a gym at the office?
Yeah, it's a small one. My buddies who have worked there since before COVID said it's equivalent to, kind of like a hotel style gym.
Okay.
And
It's
it's got a shower. No, I mean, it is something. And then they have a kitchen there, cafeteria style thing, and that's going to be open. But the office, break room kitchenette is really limited. So I don't know if it's going to be just bring your lunch to work or some shit. I do not know. I'm pissed. And then I got to leave my dog at home all day. She's only known work from home.
She have separation anxiety?
I'm going to have separation anxiety.
Bro, my mom's pit
Phoebe's
bull.
going to sleep all
Damn,
day she
so
always
bad.
has.
Trey, it sounds like you got to
gonna
wake and
find a
bake
new
on your
job,
office
dude.
days. Dude, you know how nice. Never mind. I'm not going to say it.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Would y'all like to read an excerpt from the movie we've been writing?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
You have the link, Trey?
I have it opened up, but where at?
It's going to
Scene
be
31.
scene number 37.
37. We've got a special treat for y'all today.
And
Right here?
yes, Trey, you are going to be... Okay, Garrett will be
I'll be
the narrator.
Yeah, narrator.
You will be
stage direction.
Tom.
Okay.
I will be Summer.
Okay.
Okay. Y'all ready?
I'm ready.
Scene 37. Interior office lobby. Day. The office sings happy birthday to a female coworker. When they get to the part about her name, Tom is the only one who knows it. Everyone else just there for the cake. Typo. Song over. Everyone digs in. Tom finds himself standing next to Summer. Tom.
Hi.
Summer.
Hello,
So, Summer.
Tom.
Yeah. How's it going so far?
The city or the firm?
Both. Either.
I'm happy. Still getting situated. How long have you worked here?
Okay, hang on. You sound like the pedophile from Family Guy.
Oh, shit.
He's just greased up deaf guy. Oh, no, the pedophile guy. Herbert.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, 4 or 5 years?
Really? Jesus. Did you always want to write greeting cards?
Are you nuts? I don't even want to do it now.
What is it you want to do?
I studied to be an architect, actually.
That's so cool. What happened?
Same old story. Moved to the city to work for a company. Company went under. Needed a job. My friend worked here. Got me this.
And are you any good?
Tom points to a framed card.
Well, I wrote that one.
Summer reading.
Today you're a man. Mazel tov on your bar mitzvah.
It's a big seller.
I meant, are you any good as an architect?
Oh, no, I doubt it.
Well, I'd say you're a perfectly adequate greeting card writer.
Why, thank you. That's what they called me in college. Perfectly adequate. Hanson.
They used to call me Anal Girl.
Tom does a spit take and almost chokes. Summer explaining.
I was very neat and organized.
There's an awkward silence.
Anyway, I should get back.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, anal girl.
She walks back to her cubicle at the end of the hall. Tom watches her walk away, completely enamored. He sits down at his desk and sets out to work. But before he does, his eyes fall on a sketch he drew of a house. It's dated 2001, and it's the only architecture sketch on his wall.
All right, so I'm thinking we can zip to another scene and just try and let them figure out what the movie's about.
All right.
Let me do some browsing here.
Oh, how about 45, interior local dive bar, happy hour?
Oh, perfect.
Actually, there's a bunch of characters in this.
Oh, okay. Fuck that.
There's like 4 different characters.
Let's see. Yeah, Garrett's been just fucking riding up a storm, so.
Hang on.
Okay, I got, how about
54?
Scene 54?
I don't know. You can be Mackenzie, Garrett.
Yeah,
But it's just
true.
Tom and Summer.
Okay, yeah, I'll be Mackenzie.
All right.
Scene 54, exterior, karaoke bar, later. Tom helps a nearly comatose Mackenzie exit the place. Summer is with them. Mackenzie to Summer. This guy, dramatically. He's the best.
Okay, let's get you in a cab.
No, I'm gonna walk. I live right down that street. Or that one.
Is he gonna be okay?
He'll be fine.
A cab arrives. Tom and Summer help Mackenzie inside. Hey,
What's up?
not you. You. Beat to Summer. He likes you.
Okay, good night, Mackenzie.
I mean, likes you. For real. Tell her, Tom. Tom shuts the door on Mackenzie as fast as he can. Now it's just Tom and Summer. Tom talks a mile a minute to try and erase Mackenzie's last exchange from her mind.
Sorry you had to see that. It happens every time we come here. It's unbelievable. Something about that guy and singing for people. I don't know. But at least he didn't.
Is that true?
What?
You know what? Do you like me?
Yeah, I like you. Of course I do.
As a friend.
Right. As a friend.
Just a friend?
The wheels are spinning in Tom's head. What's the right answer here?
Yes, I mean, I haven't really thought about... Yes. Why?
Nothing, you're interesting. I'd like us to be friends. Is that okay?
Tom was clearly hoping for her to say something else. He hides his disappointment the best he can.
Oh, yeah, totally. Friends. You and me. That's perfect.
Cool.
Cool.
Silence.
Well, I'm that way. Good night, Tom.
Good night, Summer.
Tom watches her walk away for a beat before he turns to go the other way. Tom,
Friends.
under his breath.
Friends. Awesome. That's just great. Well done, Hanson, you stupid idiot.
Tom walks a few more steps. And then, seemingly out of nowhere, without his even noticing, someone has wrapped her arms around him and pulled him into a kiss. It's unbelievable. There's a few seconds where Tom isn't sure if he's dreaming or not. But then he realizes suddenly, out of the blue, his best case scenario is happening. It's really actually happening. Fade up. You Make My Dreams Come True by Hall & Oates.
See, I think Garrett's really onto one.
And scene.
With this script. I think we should do just one more scene. Let's try and see maybe near the end of the movie.
For sure.
Maybe. Oh, I got it. Oh nope. Last scene wouldn't make sense. Let's see. Oh, okay. I'm getting close.
How?
We should do 151.
151.
It's just Tom and Summer.
Okay, cool. 151. Damn, I can't believe I wrote that many scenes.
Yeah, I mean, Garrett's trying to beef up his resume to get a job, you know.
Give me a job. All right, everybody there? Scene 151. Exterior, park, day. Tom walks over and sits down on a bench. He stares off, lost in thought. And then, from out of nowhere, there's her voice. Summer, voiceover. Hey. Summer sits like an apparition on a neighboring bench. She may have just sat down. She may have been there for hours. Tom isn't sure if she's real. He doesn't quite know what to do. Where are you coming from?
What? Oh, nowhere. How long have you been sitting there?
A while.
Tom finds it hard to look at her.
I come here a lot. I always loved this place, ever since you brought me here.
The mention of their past makes the atmosphere frosty.
So, I should probably say congratulations.
Probably, but only if you mean it.
I don't know if I do, honestly.
I understand.
Yeah, well, anyway, hope you're happy.
You really do?
God, no.
They both laugh a little. The tension begins to dissipate.
How are you, Tom?
I'm good-ish.
That's good.
Yeah, I quit the office.
Really? That's great. What are you doing now?
Mostly sleeping, breaking things.
Awkward silence.
So who's the guy?
Oh, my guy?
Yeah, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to know.
Tom?
No, really, I don't.
Okay.
More awkward silence. This one goes on a beat longer, and then...
It's amazing to me. You're married.
I know.
You're not only someone's girlfriend, you're someone's wife.
Pretty crazy, huh?
I'll never understand that.
Tom,
What's different now? How could things change so quickly?
I don't know. Just happened.
What happened? That's what I don't get.
Tom!
What? Tell me!
Trigger warning.
I woke up one day, and I knew.
Tom says nothing.
I knew I could promise him I'd feel the same way every morning, in a way that I could never do with you.
There's not much else to say after that. Tom gets up to leave.
You know what sucks? Realizing that everything you believe in is complete bullshit!
What is?
Destiny, soulmates, true love, all that stuff. It's nothing more than silly childhood fairy tale nonsense, isn't it? God!
Tom, don't go.
I should have listened to you, Summer. You were right all along.
Summer takes a beat to let this hang there.
I was right.
And then, out of nowhere, she begins to hysterically laugh.
What? This is funny?
Tries to stop, but it only makes it worse. Now she's completely cracking up.
Crack up. What are you laughing at?
And she can't stop. She's totally lost control.
You're a crazy person.
Tom, you're the crazy person.
What are you talking about?
One day I'm reading a book at the corner deli, and this guy sits down and starts asking about it, and now he's my husband.
This is funny to you?
What would have happened if I went to the movies instead? If I went somewhere else for lunch? If I showed up to eat 10 minutes later? Tom, it was meant to be, just like you said. And it was happening. I knew it. I could feel it, sure as the sun. And I kept thinking to myself, holy shit, Tom was right. You were right about all of it.
Beat.
It just wasn't me you were right about.
Tom is speechless. Summer takes his hand. We may notice her wedding ring. We may also notice that this is the exact same shot as the first scene of the screenplay. We hold it for a few seconds more, and then the hands separate.
Anyway, I should probably be getting back. It was good to see you. I'm glad you are well.
Summer gets up and starts walking away from him. After a second,
Summer!
she stops and turns back. He takes in her face, most likely for the last time ever.
I really do hope you're happy.
I know.
Beat.
See you later.
And she walks away. The camera tracks away with her, leaving Tom alone in the park, getting smaller and farther away every second. Fade out.
All right, so as you can tell, Garrett's a master screenwriter. With the callbacks, he's got the same scene at the beginning of the movie, at the end of the movie.
Get me in the Writers Guild.
I'm very impressed. I think Trey would play this part well. I might have to start eating gluten again, get my tits and my donk up to play this part.
Nah, I don't know. I'm kind of picturing the lead actor is kind of like a scrawny pussy.
Like I was gonna say Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise isn't a pussy.
No,
Like,
he's not a pussy. He's
kind of-
scrawny, but he's not a pussy.
He's kind of a pussy.
Yeah, but not for this. He's not this role. Who do you think would be a good actor for this?
I'm thinking someone like
So many of these actors these days are weak and scrawny.
Jesse Eisenberg.
that would be a good one. I was also thinking someone like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I think he could pull that off.
No, maybe I'm thinking more quirky. Maybe like Michael Cera.
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if people can see him as kind of a mature type, you
They
know?
can't. I'll always see him as little
Considering
Michael
his
Cera from
filmography.
Well,
Superbad.
I no, but I think that could work to our advantage, and then you could really get a good juxtaposition between him and somebody. Maybe a slightly older woman, just older than him, not old. Maybe like Drew Barrymore.
See, for the female lead, I was thinking someone a little like quirkier. I know this is a terrible trope, overused, but kind of like a manic pixie dream girl type of girl, like
Who's that crazy sex redhead from Wedding Crashers?
Isla Fisher.
Yeah.
Isla Fisher would be great.
See, I don't know if she can play it straight enough.
She could.
I'm
She's
thinking,
married to Borat.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, they've
Yeah,
been
that
married
is
like
true.
over a decade.
Oh my god.
I was thinking someone maybe like Zoe Deschanel.
No,
Dude.
maybe like Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Okay.
Drew
But-
Barrymore.
But how are we gonna get to that
who's
point?
who's the blonde from 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler?
I
Drew-
just
Yeah,
said Drew Barrymore.
I think
so
Drew Barrymore's got it.
that's what I said earlier.
She might be a little
Yeah.
old for
We got the
role.
same brain.
Yeah, but you can't even spell juxtaposition.
JUXTAPOSITION. I got runner-up in a spelling bee. Actually, that's a lie. I got third place. I almost got runner-up.
Damn, dude. Second loser.
I lost to a guy with a lazy eye. I wish I remember the word that I lost to. Or lost with, whatever.
It's probably the grammar that snagged you.
I'm like, semicolon. They're like, sir, this is a Wendy's. Oh, man. Damn, I forgot to look up Would You Rathers for this episode. Would y'all be interested? I could find one in about 45 seconds.
What's the nastiest food that you like to eat?
Ooh.
It's a question for Mason.
Yeah, dude,
some
I
weird
love
combos,
nasty
bro.
shit. Okay, hear me out. We'll use this to replace the Would You Rather segment. One time I was just low on groceries, and I never really buy orange juice, but I had orange juice, and I had a sleeve of Oreos, and I was like, Dreamsicle. And so I just dunked it in just to see what it tasted like, and it was phenomenal. It tasted like a fucking
God,
oh my god, like an orange Julius.
it's fucking disgusting.
Thick syrup standing in line.
Mm-hmm.
So have no other orange Julius.
Standing in line. We're all have the soon to be ghost towns now. Hold on. Farewell, goodbye.
What's the nastiest shit you eat, Trey?
I have more than that, Trey. You talk while I think. You come up with one.
Dude, I don't know if I eat nasty foods. I mean, just being honest, like I don't. I mix my ketchup and my mustard sometimes.
Ooh,
Some people don't vibe with that.
I wouldn't fuck with that, but I'm sure it's fine.
It's not nasty though. Yeah.
What's the context?
Corn dogs.
Fries, corn dogs.
Oh, mustard on fries. I mean, mustard in general.
Ooh,
Is nasty.
Mustard.
I know some people feel strongly about this. I'm a big dirty slut for blue cheese.
Oh, gross.
No.
Fuck that.
I could sit in front of the TV and
nope.
eat it like popcorn.
I don't do it.
Just picking the chunks out of the liquid.
Specifically, blue cheese dressing from Pluckers. It's the absolute best. Doesn't even taste like most blue cheese dressings.
Nope.
I got anchovies on a pizza once, thinking that's something I would be into, and it was, it was so fishy it was uneatable, and it was so fucking salty I couldn't even remotely handle it.
Isabel, the little Dutch girl in her, comes out and she fucking eats sardines like a snack.
Some King
Interesting.
Cobra shit.
I wonder if oh yeah, the King Cobra keeps getting like fan mail, and the other day he was like, "Oh, canned fish, fuck yeah, y'all know I love my canned fish," and I like literally thought he was joking. Oh, so I would like to bring this up. Garrett,
King Cobra, please join us.
Me and Garrett, as well as our good friend, great friend of the show, Emily, have become obsessed with a guy on YouTube named King Cobra JFS, all one word. He is a gothic cowboy. He does have Asperger's.
YouTube this guy.
He does cooking videos. He live streams every day for a minimum of 2 hours, sometimes like 8.
Mm-hmm.
He gets incredibly drunk.
What does he make?
He loves bacon cheeseburgers.
Oh, he loves
So
he
he'll
loves
make
bacon
fucked up
cheeseburgers.
bacon cheeseburgers.
No, what does he make?
Oh, he makes
Oh,
wands.
wands. Yeah, that's
Wands.
right.
He
Wands.
sells them on Etsy. Garrett and I are gonna buy one when they go back in stock because he writes a personalized note, and I want to frame it and hang it.
We're gonna try and get him on the show.
We're
eventually.
gonna try and get him on the show.
He lives in Casper, Wyoming.
Wyoming. He's been on a couple podcasts before, so I think he'd be inclined to say yes. We're big fans. His views on things are, well, okay. I'm not gonna go down that route. Let's say his dedication to talking about the same subject for an incredibly long period of time is extremely admirable.
He's been on YouTube for well over a decade at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Multiple videos every single day.
Fire merch.
Oh, great merch. Yo, if y'all hate rape like we do, hit up King Cobra JFS. Hit up his merch store. He's very anti-rape.
My
And
No
pro
rape.
weed.
My favorite King Cobra quote of all time. He was drunk and he stands up and he goes, "Got my fuck rape shirt on."
Anti-rape. That's most definitely what's up.
Hell yeah, this was definitely what's up. So, King Cobes, if you're watching this, to vet us, we love you.
We love you, bro.
We really do. We hope you come on the show. You make my days much better. Give me something to make me feel at home at night. So I greatly appreciate it, man. And would y'all like to jump into some bumps for this week?
Yeah. Sorry, folks. We forgot to do bumps last week.
No, we did bumps. It was
2 weeks ago.
It was the episode with Cody.
2 weeks ago.
Oh
yeah.
no, not the Cody. The
bumped
game
shit
show.
with Cody.
Oh yeah, it was the game show. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
me.
I can go first.
Go.
I've got quite a few things that I could bump, but the first thing that comes to mind... Actually, I've got 2 this week. I've got the Coke bottle glass Topo Chicos. Now, I drink Topo like a monster because I'm not really drinking alcohol currently. And it's how I can justify... I don't buy booze, I can buy Topo. And usually they come in the, like, green-hued glass bottles, right? The best. The best soda of all time, glass bottle Mexico Coke. But I grabbed the same case I always do, but it's completely clear glass, and it bums me out every time I open it up. Topo's just as good, but there's some kind of magic missing from the bottle, and it makes me sad. And I told Garrett, I was like, look at the bottle. And he's like, what do you mean? And I grabbed one out of the recycled. It was green, and he was like, oh.
Dude, the green one is lime.
No. I'm talking green-hued glass. Actually, I can show you right now. You see the difference?
Whoa.
Right? Isn't that trippy?
What the fuck did they do to it?
It's just the type of glass.
And why change it?
The bottle's exactly the same, but why did they make it completely clear?
It's probably cheaper.
It's probably just whatever kind of resources. But this is what, gets my dick hard.
Why, Mexico? Why did you do this to us?
I feel like this is some kind of they're going to the
Coca-Cola
US anyway shit. I want the OG shit,
Stop cutting corners.
Made
Topo.
in the States?
No, I'm never going to get mad at Topo.
It's Echo in Mexico.
It's owned by Coca-Cola,
maybe they just mean the mineral water.
Yeah, but it's this is all made in Mexico.
Either way, my second bump, little video game called Rust. I've just been trying to get into it, and a friend of the show, Lou, and I are going to play tonight.
Wait, is that the COD map that I fucking pwned you on?
No.
Rust?
Also, I beat you.
No, you didn't.
I 100% did. I'm just saying. What you bumping this week, Trey? You so fucking high and mighty.
Oh, man. Jesus. I like to stay broad.
I love the broad bump.
Yeah, I think that's the best type of bumps.
Traveling.
That's too broad.
Nope.
Bump
It's not.
Bump.
You don't fucking control my bump, bro.
Do a broad bump from Mexico.
I bump glass bottles. Nah, dude. My bump is fucking
You got me.
traveling. Those who don't do it or haven't done it need to figure their shit out and save up and go and do it. Get some time for themselves and go experience another place or another culture or just another fucking world. Traveling's the best. It's good for you. It's fucking fun. Like, there's someone in our group who hadn't traveled abroad that much before, right? And it's kind of like scary to some, but once you get used to it and you can kind of like wiggle out there into like the place where the locals are and shit like that. And that's where you fucking like, 1, feel alive, and 2, learn that everyone else is just another human just fucking trying to get through life like we all are,
That's where you find the wands of the world.
And I will say, Trey, I'm sure you can agree with me on this one. I find when you end up in like a total culture shock sort of situation, it's like stimulating in a good way.
I live for it.
Like the second I like landed in Germany and I couldn't read anything, your brain's like, oh, like this is what it's like elsewhere, and you get a glimpse into, just someone else's universe and get to hang out for a while. It's almost like, if you like swapped lives with someone for a couple days, that kind of feeling. And literally everything pretty much will be better in another country except water if you're in Mexico.
Take that back. That's not true.
Well, I mean, like,
They're
drinking water.
Countries that are not fun to be in.
Flint, Michigan.
Yeah. I take that back.
I'm pretty sure
I'm being
fucking
very
drank
ignorant.
tap water in Puerto Vallarta all week.
Please don't cancel me.
Not bad at all.
I just say shit. Okay, I want to say something before Garrett does his bump. I talked to Garrett about this week. I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to have any more realizations. I don't want to learn any new info. I just want to be a monkey and eat my monkey food and drink my monkey beer and listen to my monkey music for the rest of my life. If I'm like, if you know, in small talking with a coworker and they're like, "Yeah, I saw this thing last night. Did you know when frogs sleep?" I don't want to learn anything anymore. I know enough, and I find the more that I learn about things, the worse I feel, and I just want to fucking do like one of the 10 things that I like.
Look how
and
kooky he looks right now.
He's on
got
one,
a
bro.
fucking
Let him go.
wild eye.
I don't come at me with any facts. I don't want to learn anything unless it's like
You just want to
like an
stay
aggressive-
ignorant and dumb.
Yes,
That's what you are.
Head empty,
I'm-
no thoughts.
I'm fine. I'm fine with learning about like a pressing like social issue,
Oh,
but
okay.
nothing
But that's it.
like I don't want someone to be like, did you know that like if you eat too many almonds it depletes this and you I don't give a fuck.
Too many almonds is bad for you.
I don't give a fuck.
They're
I
real
was
fatty.
literally pulling things out of. Yeah, how about you shut your fucking mouth? This is exactly what I'm talking about, you cocksucker.
Dude, oh my God, Mason.
oh man.
Get back into your cave. It's okay. You need your safe space.
Yeah, it's
You're
not a
scared.
safe space
The
thing.
world's scary.
I just don't have any more capacity, and I just
Brain's maxed out.
want to do the shit that I like without like my mind going to like problems that I could have in the future because of some stupid fact that I learned. Like I want to live thinking like never thinking that like I'm gonna die. Not like I'm immortal, but just it never occurs to me. And I
You
like
sound like a good
I want
person who'd make a great Christian.
absolutely
Have you
not.
heard of our Lord and Savior
Absolutely
Jesus Christ?
not. Jesus Christ, you just pissed me off. All right, you can do your bump, and I'm done with this one.
Mason out. We
You know,
broke Mason,
I'm gonna-
ladies and gentlemen.
I'm gonna back up Mason a little bit on this one, bro. Thinking about things fucking hurts.
Mason, come
Hurts your head.
Come back, man. Come back. I'll get you some earplugs. You don't have to hear any other facts.
All right, I'm gonna bump melatonin.
Dude,
I've been having trouble sleeping past few days, so I've been taking melatonin, and it's been helping me fall asleep. I'm so bad at falling asleep when I need to, man. My head just races and races and races. It's actually becoming quite a problem for me.
I got some tips and tricks for you.
You want some CBD pills? Those fuckers help me big time.
I might. Yeah, I'm off the weed for a little bit. For the first time in years, it's starting to turn on me. So I'm taking a little break from that. So yeah, melatonin and CBD sound pretty great.
I got some tips and tricks for you. As a person who chronically can't go to
Hell,
sleep.
I'll take them, bro.
Yeah.
I'll
I got a
take
whole
'em.
book on it. It's called Why We Sleep. It's actually a top bestseller. Recommend it.
Cool.
Yeah. I would like to say, fuck reproducing, fuck religion, fuck especially organized religion, and far right ideals.
About far left ideals.
Depends on what you're talking about, but also probably quite a bit of no.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Man, it's a good thing that only like 20 people listen to each episode because this might blow back up in my face.
Did you know that too much melatonin is bad for you?
Yeah, so I don't take it anymore. I had that happen, dude.
Be careful
When
when
I was
taking it a bunch.
when I was having my cluster
Can
headaches,
fuck with your testosterone.
I was taking melatonin like heroic amounts
Yeah.
because my eye would literally, I had just such a bad headache, my eye would swell shut and it made me vomit, and there's nothing I can do about it. They come every 18 months. They're called episodic cluster headaches. But supposedly it might have something to do with my testosterone being too low, which it is extremely low. That's part of why I'm doing this diet and everything. But I'm supposed to get my blood work done and meet with my doctor in a few weeks, and there's a good chance that I'll get put on that juice to get my testosterone levels normal.
Give me some.
Hell yeah.
I am-
Stick each other in the ass after we work out.
I mean, I'll let you do it to me, but you ain't
Maybe
taking.
I can get
it's
just like a little bit.
no, dude, because my body will stop producing it once I start taking the injections. So it's,
do y'all have blue light blocking glasses?
I have a blue light blocking computer.
Need to
Ditto.
have like no fucking blue light. Like once the sun starts going down, no blue light before bed. Can't do it.
Yeah,
I gotta watch my
night
basketball
shift.
games, bro.
No
it's
phones.
the fucking playoffs.
Need to get some blue light blocking
Dude.
frames to go over your glasses.
Night shift.
What about it?
on your phone.
It takes the blues out.
Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I have it on my computer.
Which fucked me up trying to color correct one of the episodes a few weeks ago.
Yeah, Garrett was editing the video to make the colors look nice, but he didn't know that I had blasted the warm coloring all the way up on night mode. And
So yeah, there's a video up
We look
full
like
on
clowns.
YouTube. It looks like shit. But deal with it.
Well, all right, everybody. It is our time to go. We love you.
My mic stand broke.
Call into work this week. Go to Mexico.
Bump pearl snaps.
Drink a beer.
Keep punching that card.
Have a great week.
Keep working real hard. Keep punching that card. Shift work. No future, no hope at the end of our road. Shift work podcast. Shift work.